Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. 27
Good shit.
And the
Way to start the month.
jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
That's complete to the Porter. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. That's to the tight end, Laporta. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Gone. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this one in for a Lions.
That's a good block. I got in.
Jamison Williams hauling that one in from Jared Goff. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action this time with Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So for the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun for Jacobs. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are once again back in front. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
A shotgun snap for Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum.
Oh, come here, yo. What's good?
Tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Flush to his right. And he's got it. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I shouldn't have played underneath. I should have let them stay where they was at.
Get down the field. It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Just powerful.
It's 2 interceptions we supposed to have. We're not worried about it.
He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big
Missed
offensive
that.
linemen come and have to report like they're eligible.
Ooh, it bounced in there. Wow. From that angle? That's not even... What?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Love looking to throw it.
Yeah, I knew I should have just threw it on the other side.
It's Brian Branch with it.
That's me.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. To the air again, Goff.
Ooh, good throwaway. But I had that side.
You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now a signal of the timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
That's good defense. We'll take that.
Bates' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Bad interception. I should have just took it where it was at.
First turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out.
I couldn't get that off.
To get things going here in the third quarter.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Love.
71. Who are you blocking?
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Yo, these dudes just standing still, yo.
The Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second down, Jacobs once more. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Love. This is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Love from the gun. Now this aired out deep for Reed.
Oh, my God, Love. Where's the arm at? Damn.
And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
He's throwing everything fucking short in the dome.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. David Montgomery, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Love now.
Good shit, man. Fuck.
Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter, that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing.
We ain't threw 3 interceptions in a long time.
Exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And that one blown up quickly.
Also, now the adjustments on the lines work. Get the fuck out of here today, man. Y'all some shit.
And it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery from 17 yards out. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off, let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Here's a diving catch right side. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball.